Hey guys, just wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up on the claw. I'm sticking this at the beginning of the video, even though I made this little section more than a week later after my first claw review. I wanted to give you my follow-up thoughts first because that's the way I would like to see reviews done. So this is kind of a prequel follow-up. One of the things I thought about first off was, why would anybody want to buy one of the things other than the fact that it's just a fun toy to play with? And it hit me. This would be a great toy and tool to teach kids spatial relationships, movement in 3D, logical sequencing, because the kids can manipulate the controls. They have to go forwards and backwards, up and down, and side to side, and these controls can actually all be manipulated together. So it is a little bit more sophisticated toy than I thought it was at first. But you can actually hit all three controls and this thing will move back and forth, up and down, all at the same time. It will also teach kids how to manipulate the stuff inside here, because you have to figure out which pieces of candy or which toys you have in here to pick up in what order to get to the one you really want. So they have to do a lot of logical thinking to figure out how to get what they want. And the last thing I had noticed when I was doing this video, my original review, was I couldn't figure out how this thing knew when you had successfully dropped a piece of candy or toy into the hopper right here, and it gives you applause. Well, actually there's a little LED of some sort in here, a light emitting diode, that actually will detect when something falls in front of it, so it knows that you've actually dropped something through the hopper here. The bad thing is you can also just put your fingers in there and get the applause too. So overall, this was a fun toy to play with. It has a lot more educational value than I originally thought. Frankensleeve and I really like it. It's still pretty slow to get things out of here. I mean, in slow, I mean it takes me 3, 4, 5 tries to find a piece of candy that I can actually grab and haul into the little hopper here. So I think it would be good for kids. The kids will get a treat for being good at manipulating the controls and maneuvering the little grabber around to the piece of candy they want, but they won't get a piece of candy every time. It will take some effort and time, and so you don't have to worry about them overeating on candy. So that's what I have to say about the claw. It comes in red, it comes in blue, and overall it's a pretty fun little toy to play with, even for adults, even for a 48-year-old Frankensleeve. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and please watch the rest of my review to show you the full review I have after this. Hey guys, this is Joe Saint, along with my sidekick, Frankensleeve, coming at you with, I'm not sure exactly what you would call this, a product review. I was watching a YouTuber by the name of Graveyard Girl, and she had this big claw home-based game or toy like this right here, but she had one that was red. And I don't know, Frankensleeve had a moment of childhood flashback, I guess, and he just had to have one of these. So I'd like to kind of give you a demonstration of it. I took it out of the box, but I haven't actually unwrapped it from the plastic yet, and I've got together all the things that you would need in order to use this thing straight out of the box. You have to supply your own candy. From what I saw on Graveyard Girl's demonstration, you need small candies like the size of little bubble gum, maybe Tootsie Rolls, something like a Jolly Rancher size candy. I'm going to try it out using Hershey's miniatures. These are about half the size of normal, I guess the fun size bars. These are like, I call these little candy bars like 1 biters or 2 biters, because you can just pop them in your mouth and chew them up. And you have to have 3 D-cell batteries, and they're over here, I do believe. Yeah, here we go. 3 D-cell batteries, so I had to, they don't come with a package either, so I had to spend an additional, I think, $15 in supplies in order to be able to start out with this machine. The actual machine itself, the toy, cost me about $40. So I spent $10 on the candy. You could probably spend less if you wanted to buy some, just the cheap bubblegum candy, or the Tootsie Rolls. They're probably much cheaper, but I didn't know how much to fill the machine up with to begin with in order to make the claw work. So I figured I'd go for the big bag and then take the rest to work with me and give it away, because I really shouldn't even have this stuff in the house. So I may eat a couple of pieces here and there, but the rest of it's going to my friends at work, and I'm getting rid of it. And this package of batteries, I didn't go for the expensive Energizers or Duracells because I didn't know how much I'd be playing with this thing. It's probably going to be played with a little bit, and whatever my friends' grandkids can do to it, if they don't destroy it, it'll probably want going on a shelf, and I'll just have it for something to look at or give it away to my neighbor's kids or something. But these were like $6 for 4 batteries, and the Duracells and the Energizers, which were much more expensive, and I wasn't keen to spend too much more on batteries. So let me turn the camera off and get this thing set up to play with, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, now that I got the table cleared off a bit, I went ahead and opened the batteries up. And to do something silly like this, to deal with a silly product, you have to have silly shoes. These are my Monster House shoes. So they just make me feel a little bit goofy, a little bit silly, like playing with a kid's toy like this. So let's open this sucker up. And I have not opened this up before, so I'm not sure where the batteries go, how to put the candy in it yet. We'll find out together. Gonna need scissors. How do you get to the claw inside? The little hatch on the top. Here we go. Just didn't have enough pressure. My wrap holding the claw to the roof so that it doesn't swing around and damage the plastic sides or scratch the plastic windows. I got that. And 2 fingers are enough to cut the plastic from the bottom of the claw. Now, the claw turned upside down. I may have to cut this part out. Try the scissors. Dump the bag into the little hopper because I can get my fingers up into the hopper here. The hopper. Well, let's go ahead and put the batteries in it and see what happens. And I need a screwdriver. Okay, that's another thing you need. Screwdriver. Fortunately, being a computer geek, I have a little screwdriver set handy. Since I put it in the car and forgot that I had it. Oh. Lid. And this is where the batteries go. They're going to be pretty easy to put in and take out. If I can get the glare off that, maybe you can actually see the 3 slots right here for the D-cell batteries. So what does Frankensleeve think so far? You be stupid. Anybody could have figured that. A child could have figured this out before me. And I don't have the little coins that go with it. Coins. Where are the coins? Okay, hang on. I gotta find the coins. Well, I have no idea if the coins even came with this package. In Graveyard Girl's video, it came with a little package of coins. Hey, let's check the trap door for the coin holder to see if they put them in there. Of course, I didn't read the box or any instructions, so... Jackpot! There they are. They're in the bottom of the game itself. It never even occurred to me to look. Scissor time. Now how I'm going to keep track of these damn coins, I got no idea, because I guess I could have to get a little Ziploc bag and keep track of them. So, is there an on-off button? Is there an on-off button? Let's find out. Yeah, there is an on-off button. Let's see what happens when you turn it on for the first time. It's supposed to light up, I believe. Maybe it doesn't light up until I actually put a coin in it. Let's see what happens. Nothing. And nothing. And nothing. There it goes. Let's try this with the lights off. It's not too loud. What do you mean wham, 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 wham? I don't know if it's better with the lights on or off. Now these little coins have to go in a certain spot. You can feel a little switch when you put the coin in. Yeah, come to daddy. Got it. Far so good. We have the batteries in it. Plastic bag off the sucker. Let me stop this video and position the camera so that maybe you can see the action a little bit better. Before I do that, go ahead and dump the candy into it. Come on, Frankensleeve, out of the way. Let's try the candy. So I got this little slot at the top. It's actually a pretty big opening, much bigger than I expected, because the one in Graveyard Girls video, half of the slot, or maybe a third of the slot, was actually covered by a part of the mechanism, so it was hard for her to put candy into it. Now that I think about it, it's probably what she had was probably just the little crane arm itself was blocking part of the entrance, part of this hole here. So let's start out and see what happens. See, I think I'll try this. Let's see if I can make it work. See, I put that coin in there too low in the slot. And now when I put it in there where the switch actually is, I can't get the coin to go all the way in without assistance. Now what? Did I accidentally turn it off? Let's see if I can cheat using this. Yep, I can cheat. Almost. Let's try for the Twix bar. The Milky Way didn't work out. Well, I'm running out of time. You can hear the music speed up, so I guess it's time. Go for anything. Come on. I'm going to start to death. Well, it looks like it's based on a timer, not on actually trying to pick something up and then you get one shot at picking it up. So it's kind of fun. It's like, but none of the candies really were laid out in such a way that it was an easy thing to pick one of them up. Let's try it. My hand in there. Let's try taking some of the candy out. See if that makes a difference. Maybe I had it too full. I guess I should have been more conservative. Come on now. Come out of there. Whoops. Kind of beating the thing up. Let's see. Let's spread the candies out again. So this way the claw will have a longer drop, and maybe, just maybe, that will be enough to get it around a piece of candy. Piece of candy. Here we go. Here we go. Well, I must say it is like the real games you play in the store, because you can't win crap on this one. And my time is almost up. Now the coin is still kind of stuck so far enough into the slot that it won't fall through, but yet I can't get my fingernail in there. I have to use another coin to push the first coin in. Oh, I got a Twix! Oh no! Come on, Twix! You can do it, Twix! Come to Daddy, Twix! Oh, it's so close! Yes! Yes! I got one! Now, how did it know I got it? I got applause. Twix! Man, that's a workout. Let me reposition the camera now and see if you can get a better idea of the kung fu action going on in here. Okay, guys, trying to reposition the camera so you can see more of the game and less of me. You can definitely see I didn't need this whole monstrous 40-ounce bag of candy, unless you just want to play for hours and hours and eat your winnings. I didn't plan on eating my winnings, so you can see that I was more successful by taking about half the candy out. I had it completely layered with 2 layers deep of candy, so I took a whole bunch of it out, so they're kind of just 1 layer deep with a few laying on top of each other. I was able to get the Twix out of there earlier, and let's see if I can still get another piece of candy out of there, or if I gotta put some more candy back into it. Don't know if you can really see it or not, but there's one of the coins in the coin slot right here. It is it wouldn't go all the way in, but this coin will push it in. But the only way to trigger the game to start is by hitting a little lever, which is right here at the top. If you put the coin in down here at the bottom, the coin will go in, but it will just bypass the little trigger mechanism in there, and the game won't actually start. If I can push that one. Oh. Hey, I got a 2-for-1. I got to keep my coin. So let's start out by raising the claw back up, picking out a likely target. I'm going to go for another Twix bar. And this one's going to move the crane forwards and backwards, and I'm going to be moving toward the back of the crane. Almost on target. And down. Go for it. Come on, Twix. Oh, Twix. Twix. Come on, Twix. Ah. Oh, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Oh, come on, Twix. Oh, I got him. I got him. Oh, get over there. Get over. Go. Twix, go. Yes. Come on. Yay. Claw. I would really like to be able to see if I could get one of these smaller Milky Ways out of there. Let's try for one of the smaller ones, because you can see the size difference. The Twix seems to give it enough grabbing area, or maybe it was just in a good position. The Twixes were just in a good position compared to the Milky Ways. Let's give it another shot. I'm going to go for the Milky Way Dark. Come on, Milky Way. Come on. Big claw. Come on. Kind of finesse it a little bit at a time. Oh. Let's try for a different Milky Way. You definitely can't get anything over there by the guardrail. Oh, maybe I just had to catch it in a good mood. Nope. The stuck coin is keeping the game playing. It gave me another free turn. Let's try for the Milky Way up here in the front. Oh. Try to finesse it again, a little bit at a time. Oh, I got a good grab. Oh man! Come on, timer. Need more time. Need more time. Oh. 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 I'm running out of time. If I'm going to run out of time before I can get the Milky Way. Oh. 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 Man, well, I'll tell you what, this is one way to keep you on your diet or keep your kids from eating too much candy, because they'll stress themselves out and take 15 minutes to figure out how to get a piece of candy out of here. But it's kind of fun. Okay, so let me do a rundown for you. Let me turn this thing off. Other than the fact that the little coin slot here doesn't let the coin fall through properly, I guess it didn't weigh enough, but you're basically going to have to use a fingernail file or some type of little device, little thin piece of cardboard or something, to push the coin all the way in each time you're going to play the game. Otherwise, the coin's just going to get stuck right there, and it's going to let the kids play over and over again, which you may not care. But the fact that the stupid game won't stay turned off unless the coin's pushed all the way in is a big annoyance factor, because this thing's going to keep going on and on until you actually reach under the bottom and flip the off switch or push the coin in, and you're going to have to wait through the game cycle to finish. It was kind of fun to play. You don't need a whole bunch of candy to start with. You do need 3 D-cell batteries. You'll need a little screwdriver to take the thing apart and put the batteries in it. Don't forget that the coins are hidden in a compartment under the bottom in the little money bin. I don't know if you can see that very well. This because it's black, but that's the coin compartment where the coins are kept. Come on now. And of course, now that won't open for me. Ah, there we go. And it just comes out like that. But that's where the company stores the original plastic bag filled with coins. I wonder, let's try using a dime in there. A real dime. Or a real penny. See how that works out. Let's try a penny first, see what happens. Hey now, that's pretty cool. The weight of a penny is enough to fall into past the little trip lever, and it goes on through into the money holder. So it's not jammed like the plastic money was. Now let's see if I can win something. Come on, Twix. Oh. Oh, I'm running out of time. Well, so much for that. Shoot, don't give it to your kids, play with it yourself. I'm having a lot of fun with this thing. Now let's try a dime, see if it does the same thing, or
if it gets jammed. And the dime got jammed. And I'm not going through that again. That music gets old real quick. But overall, it was a pretty fun thing to play with. So, the claw. Actually, it was kind of fun to play with. The only substitution I would make on it would be to get rid of these little plastic gray coins here. Since I do seem to get jammed, just grab a handful of pennies. They do a much better job. Let me get that out of the way. You don't really need a whole lot of candy for it. This thing probably had 20 or 30 of those little bitty Hershey's miniatures. That 40-ounce bag I got, it's going to go a long, long way. Many refills on this little machine because it's going to take forever to get candy out of here. You'll starve to death if you try to base your diet on how many pieces of candy you get out of this thing. I'm sure you get better with it as you played with it. I wanted to show you the side of the box here. If you can see that, I hope you can. It shows the bottom of the box and where the batteries are stored, where the on-off switch is, and the money compartment. So you can retrieve that little plastic bag of coins. And let's show you a front side here. And the candies that they're demonstrating in the big claw machine looks like some double bubble gum and some little individually wrapped candies. So that's the size candies they, I guess, expect you to put in the machine. My little Hershey's miniatures are a bit bigger, but you can grab them. I did manage to get 2 Twix out of there. Overall, it was a fun little game. I'm going to take this game over to my friend John. He's a grandpa, and he has 2 grade school grandkids that are visiting him this weekend. And I'm going to see how the kids like it and see if they destroy it, how long it lasts, or if it holds up under their gaming skills. And I'll be sure and bring them a roll of 50 pennies so that they don't run out of money for the game. And I will try to get a reaction from them and how they feel about the game.